Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing today? Having a little bit of technical difficulties on my end. Again. I might have to just give up on the multi-streaming concept. But we're good so far. So far so good. So I just again, for some reason can't see the preview of the stream, so hey. I assume my face is now on the screen. um, let's get into some fun stuff. Bitcoin currently trading at 103, 135, and 49 cents. Pretty quiet. Obviously dumpy, but seemingly for no reason. It's definitely interesting. The tensions in the Middle East have seemed to have cooled overnight, which is strange. Coincidentally, there was an earthquake near a alleged um, facility. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. Chewy said, "Bro, how long you been screaming bull market pump? When have I said that? I said we're not in a bull market." Dixie said, "Hi, what's going on, Dixie?" Oak Tree said, "Buy the effing dip, hell yeah." Chewy said, "We dumping? Yes, we are." Dixie said, "Dips are gifts," and Chewy said, "I'm just about done with crypto." Yeah, I feel that. I feel it. Bitcoin chilling. These are our liquidation points from yesterday. So let's go refresh those. I thought it would be interesting to open with this chart though, because it shows that we hit all of those. Like we were down here, we pumped through these, and then we dumped and hit these. So I'm assuming all of those hit, unless they've changed, which I'm sure that they did. It's a liquid market, so look at that. Woo, 105 million right there, just that alone. So we got a lot of liquidity to the upside. Right now we're at 102, 345 for our next liquidation point to the downside. I don't know, is that 345? I forgot already. Yep. Okay, and then I'm going to go, I guess I'll go right here, 101, 326. And then up above, we got 103, 874. And then the big boy is at 105063. And then the very tippy top of this chunk, where do I go? Should I go here? Let me go here. 106, 252. Okay. So that's what we're looking at right now for liquidation points. Bitcoin's still just chilling, 103, 142. Honestly, not that far from where it was yesterday. Yesterday was 103, 8 something. So, or 104-ish. We're really not that far off. Alts, however, alts have taken quite a hit. ETH has broken below its support line, which is a little spooky. We do have this flat support. If we break below that, then I'm gonna call a BART. I'm gonna call a BART, and I'm gonna say ETH is probably going down to 18. If it breaks below this and it shows that it's probably gonna stay below this, I might open up a short on ETH, which is weird. I don't know if I've ever traded ETH. It's a weird thing to say. I guess I've never really thought about it. But ETH currently is sitting at 23.96. Looks decent. It's trying to hold. We got some buying pressure. Nice little wick down there. Unconfirmed green dot on the 4 hour way back here, like 2 days ago, which did nothing. We got like a little temporary swoop up, rejection at 25.81, and then a harsh dump. Brian S. said, "Friend, I am here." I would expect nothing less. Sol. Sol broke below the purple trend line, which is stinky, but it is getting bought up. Sol seems to be getting bought up more than anything else. Nice wick right there. 4 hour RSI. We do have bullish divergence, which again, it's the regular, or it's hidden. I don't remember. I think it's regular. I think it's regular bullish divergence, which signals at the price continuing to the downside, getting a temporary reversal. But over the longer term, the RSI is going to increase while the price decreases. So regular divergence is nice for short term, not so nice for longer term. This looks very similar to what we had here. Almost identical. We're definitely in a downtrend. Like a solid downtrend. On everything. I think we knew that, shoot, back in May. Chewy said, bring the whales, Ryan, let's go. Total 3. Total 3. Ooh. I mean, come on. You really can't argue with the fractal. We're looking at a reversal around the end of the month. June 23rd, 24th, 25th, next week. We're looking at a reversal mid to late next week. Not financial advice. That potentially, if the fractal is to be believed, could be the start of the bull market. Might not be, though. A fractal is just an idea. We could legit just go... Oh, I don't have my line. Hold on. That was awkward. We could legit just go... and continue down. And then I'd be here the whole time going, oh, my fractal decoupled. And nobody's going to care because the price is continuing to the downside. Shut up about your fractal, JJ. It didn't work. So, everything has to be taken into consideration. It's literally just an idea, a concept. Ryan said C up today. Let's actually go let's go C. Let me see. Wow. I wonder why. That is actually quite impressive. C is the new arrow. Ooh. Dang. I should have opened my short on arrow. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. I'm so mad. C is up. Looks great. Volume increasing. Lovely. This thing, I think, finally just kind of gave up on giving up. You know what I mean? It went... And then on this one, it went, oh, fine, this is boring. And it continued to the upside. CT said 54K will be okay. 54K is crazy. Oak Tree said Chewy. That's what they want. Bottom is almost in if Chewy is stressing. For real. Chewy's been milking the crap out of Arrow. I'm not sure why he would be stressing. Maybe he rotated on all of his profits into ETH or something. ADA is down 4.52% on the day. Currently trading at 57.49. Still looking for that 55-ish area. If it continues. We got a nice buy wick right here. But that doesn't mean much. RSI is not even oversold yet on the 4-hour. Our momentum wave is on the lower end, which is good. But that can only take you so far. 57.52. Looking for more downside unless we get a reversal. I would rather get the downside over with right now, if I'm being completely honest. I kind of want to just go boop and then do our own thing. Even if it's boop and then sideways. I would be okay with that. But this, where it's like, it's like a sloth trying to mate. It's gross. I don't want it. Please make it go away. SNEK is also down 5.51%. Been chilling around 20 for what seems like forever. This is a buy zone for me. My maximalism on SNEK is toxic at this point. It's like a bad relationship. I'm sending money to the internet woman who I've never met, and that internet woman is SNEK. And she's just like, my son needs surgery. And meanwhile, her and her boyfriend are just spending the money all the time. They're like, what an idiot. I'm definitely being taken advantage of by SNEK. Tishu said, yo, I watched Ben, and this is the only chart you need for alts, total 3 BTC. XRP is down 2.3% on the day. XRP's been sideways between $2 and $2.20 or $2 and $2.30. It's been super sideways. I like the range though. I like that it's been very strong. Let's go take a look at this USD total 3. Total 3. Okay, hold on. I think I have to type it in exactly like that. I'm assuming. Total 3 dash USDT forwards. Yep, BTC. Autofill? Oh, no, thank you. Okay. Is this the one where we're looking for 0.25? Is there a reason why we're looking for 0.25? I guess my question here for Mr. Cowan is, why is this the only chart that I need? Because there's alts that are still outperforming Bitcoin. If you would have held Bitcoin this whole time and never looked at something like Arrow, you would have missed out on all the money that Arrow just made. There's a million trades to be made. So I guess I get it, looking for a reversal specifically. But I'm not going to not participate in altcoins because of this chart. I think it's silly to not dollar cost average. That's why I think I like George. Out of all the crypto YouTubers, I think George. I also like Tyler S. Tyler S is entertaining. But George is probably my favorite as far as like the cooler heads kind of scenario goes. He just kind of DCAs and he's filthy rich because of it. As far as I'm aware, he doesn't have any creepy trading group that anybody has to pay to be a part of. He just kind of invests in other avenues that people can participate in that are better, in my opinion. But I do like this chart. We are in a big fat downtrend, which might be bullish over time. Is that a falling wedge? Sloppy. We got 20 minutes until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Ryan said, could just be a liquidity grab before lower. Shrugs. If you don't at least mention the Genius Act stablecoin regulation, you're living under a rock. Ryan doesn't actually tune into the stream, so he's not aware that we talked about that like 2 days ago. CT said, I respect your opinion. Teach said, I watched Ben. I read that. Ryan said, he's sipping. Chewy said, I'm just tired of alts bleeding for 3 years. Maybe it's 4 years, but I'm pretty sure it's 4 years by now. Ryan said, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been 4 years for sure. I will say, what's nice about some of these, maybe not XRP. XRP is probably a bad example. Let's go to Bitcoin. It shows you this little funky thingamajig. Throughout the year, the first half of the year is usually pretty boring. The second half is usually pretty amazing. Every single time, consistently, even during the bear market. Look at ETH. Boring. Nice. Does Sweet even go back that far? Boring. Look at Sweet. Boring. Nice. Every single chart's going to look like this. So, just something to take into consideration. HBAR is down 2.44% on the day, getting a nice reaction off of 14. If it breaks below that, then 1248 is in the cards. We did get a break back here, and it bounced beautifully, so that's a nice illustration of what could happen if there was strong enough buy pressure to stay above 14. If we do break 1248, then it's probably going to be a cascade. We might find support here. I would just go psychological and go to 10. Yeah, 10 cents. And then from there, it would just be all psychological numbers. Sweet. Ryan said HBAR was supposed to be the chosen coin by banks. Shake my head. The chosen coin by banks cracks me up because XRP has that. HBAR has that. What's the other one? Onyx coin has that. I think Ondo is being used by banks for some kind of storage or some crap. Every single coin is being used by banks. I guess that's not like the end all be all thing. It's very much like a Chainlink partnership. They use it as a buzzword. Like one of the coins on Cardano is called Iagon. They just partnered with Ford Motor Company for like legal document storage, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, this is game changing." It's not. It's not game changing. It's like it pumped the price up for a minute, and then everything just kind of leveled out again and continued the downtrend. Nobody cares about Ford Motor Company's legal documents and how they're stored. That's really cool. Like, I'm not trying to downplay it, but why the hell would the price go up because of that? Besides the quick news pump, that's not going to help the price in the long term. They need more than just one thing. Like, working with banks is cool, but it's just like kind of a little quick pump and dump buzzword. People need a reason to hold the coin. And what really drives me nuts is all these coins that do all these crazy amazing things. They could cure cancer. But if you don't need to buy the coin in order to cure the cancer, the coin's price is not going to increase. You know what I mean? People need to buy it in order for the price to go up. Oak Tree said, that's why ADA is best. I like ADA. I do feel that way, personally. But I also know that my opinion can be flawed, and I'm sure that there's a million. It depends on what you think best is. Every other blockchain is best for everything else that they're best for. And it all depends on who you're talking to. I don't know. I'm getting a little too philosophical. I'm sorry, guys. Sweep broke below 275. 250 is potentially in the cards if it closes below that. We're back in our little downtrend. Let me extend this out. We could potentially come down to like 235. Fahid said, is it over? What, the stream? The stream that I've had to edit 5 times? I think my multi-streaming career is definitely over because it's broken. I cannot get anything. I guess I could just pay for the stupid thing that I gotta pay for in order to get that to work. Maybe I'll just do that. Oak Tree said, I've seen your ADA wallet. You've seen my public ADA wallet. SWE is down 4.21%. Yeah, we talked about this. What's interesting to me about SWE I don't know. Is how similar these look. There's a big one and a small one. Drummer said what happened. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't think that the market even knows what happened. I think people just started selling and everybody else was like, yeah, let's just sell. With your computer? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I think it's OBS. I cannot get... I do something every time, and then my preview just stops working. I have no live preview at the moment. Nobody knows. Exactly. I'm pretty sure it's OBS. Ondo's down 4.31% on the day. Oh, on the daily? Since when? We're hitting 72.72 again. Could potentially be a double bottom here. If it breaks below it, 67.31 is in the cards for sure. What's going on with Ondo? I would look for a reaction off of 70 if it does lose 70, 72, 72. Volume could be better. This is kind of the last chance for a higher low. Is there a trend line? Ooh, we might get that. Yeah, it might go down to 70. I actually don't mind that. And it could even go a little bit lower. We got a little bit lower here and here and here. So maybe it'll go down to like 69 and then bounce. That'd be sick. We'll keep an eye out for that. I know on the weekly is juicy. Let's go take a look at the weekly. Ooh, yeah, it's got that uptrend, man. That uptrend is... Uh-oh. Is it juicy? Kind of looks like a ugly Head and Shoulders that I literally see everywhere. With a big target. The frugal target, would be freaking negative. That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I don't know. That's about as convincing as this one was. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we still good? Come on, man. We still good? I think we're still good, right? Nope. I might have to restart the stream again. I don't know if I should need to be blaming OBS or Chrome. It seems to only happen when I interact with Chrome. And it's quite consistent. I have no answers. Yeah, no, and nothing's working on my end. I might need more RAM. I might need more RAM. I think I figured that out a while ago, but JJ built his computer. It was working fine until I did this multi-streaming shit. Here, let me shut that off. Maybe that'll fix it. Hang on, we might be able to salvage it. Man. Oh. Oh. Hang on. Oh, I fixed it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Cool. Shit's still broken, but we'll deal with it later. This is a band-aid. We got a band-aid right now. I don't know. I don't know how I'm figuring this shit out, but we got it. I'm gonna take a sip of my chai latte. Oh my gosh, delicious. Absolutely delicious. Okay. Quasi said, "Hey JJ, what's up?" Oh, not much. We're just trying to live stream. Ondo. On the weekly, it looks great. Today I had a loss of $918. Hey, that's actually not far off from not far off from what I'm down. Eyebrow lift with sip. Is that, do I actually eyebrow lift? That was unintentional. Ryan said JJ is a character. Ondo's down 427. So is Sweet, actually. Sweet and Ondo kind of following each other. But dang. If we don't get a reaction off this blue line, it's going to get spicy. Like I said, though, we could go all the way down to like 69. Get a bounce. Aerodrome down 8.57% on the day. Dang, see, I marked this here. I was like, if I were to short, this is where I would short. And then I marked it here, and then it went boop. And I was like, haha, I knew that was a dumb idea. And then it went boop. So, I guess trusting my gut and like a little dash of patience would probably result in some pretty decent gains. I definitely need some. I need to like regrow my balls and start making money with the freaking compound trading thing again, because I've been stuck at like $105 for like a month. It feels like. Pinlink is down 12.41%. Whoa, we lost 60 and then just went straight down to 50. What in the world? I do like the increased volume rate here though. That's nice. But dang, this thing is getting decimated. That's not an attractive looking trend. We got a, you know, the falling. Not a fan of that. Not a big fan at all whatsoever. 50 cents though. I mean, I'm gonna keep my bag. I'm not gonna sell. That would be stupid to sell at a loss. We are almost oversold on the 4-hour, which the momentum wave is definitely oversold. RSI is still kind of chilling. We'll see if we get a reaction, man. Ryan said shorters are supposed to wait for that area to fail and use swing high as a stop loss above arrow. I mean, it was $1. It was $1. It was $1. That was the concept. So, but I see you. I see what you're saying. Don't gamble. Don't gamble like me. Renders down 3.98% on the day. Tried to get back above 350. Initially failed, bounced at 315, couldn't really get above 330, and then just kind of petered out. Trying to hold above 3 right now. We got some nice buying pressure with that wick. Volume is dead. There's 0 volume on this. There's bullish divergence, but it's regular, which sucks because RSI is going to continue down while continue up while the price continues down. Next target 260 if we lose $3 with conviction. And by with conviction, I mean we gotta lose it and not reclaim it, because we could reclaim it and continue, but if we lose it and reject, or just lose it and continue to the downside, even better. There's a million scenarios I can play it every single time. You can't wait for every confirmation of everything, because then everybody would be able to do that and there would be no money to be made. Polkadot is down 3.16% on the day. Bounced off of 333, which is nice. Nice wick buying pressure. Volume. Volume's not that great, honestly. We are oversold on the 4-hour, which is awesome. We might get a reaction there. we lose 333, I don't even know where it's going to go from there. This is the last chance. Polkadot has been at like bear market lows since I think 2022, which is crazy. It does not look good. So hopefully they get some upside from here, but man, I genuinely feel bad for Polkadot. I don't know what's going on, if they're printing it or what, something's up. People are selling the crap out of Polkadot for like half a decade now. CAS is down 1.75%. CAS actually holding up quite nice, around 6 cents or 6.8 cents. Uh-oh. Is it happening again? I think it's happening again. Dang. Well, we were good for like 1 minute. I don't know what to do here. Can you guys still see and hear me? Jeez. Could I have more technical difficulties? Playing the waiting game. Here we are. I like that I had 0 issues, and then suddenly I have a bunch of issues, and I need to upgrade my hardware, which I didn't need to do like 2 months ago, or even a week ago. It's like the hardware deteriorates over time, which makes no freaking sense. I see and hear you. Chart is frozen. Yeah, chart's definitely frozen. That's for damn sure. I'm gonna blame Chrome this time. It's definitely not OBS. Oh, okay. Hang on. Hang on. I got a little, here we go. Nope, I'm getting a little noise with no actual prompt. Okay, hang on. Are we good? Are we good? I think we might be good. I think Chrome just uses too much uses too much RAM. Okay, we're good again. Hopefully that just doesn't freaking happen again, because this is stupid. This is becoming dumb. Okay. Yeah, if CAS breaks below 6.8, then it's going to get a little too spicy, I think. Is that the bear market low? 5.1? Jeez, that would be crazy. Ugh, I don't like that. That was where it broke out of. Shut the heck up. Dude, CAS might be done. This is a depressing chart to look at. A live stream, but it's only Ryan S comments. I mean, it's cool that we've managed to salvage the live stream twice. I'm still not sure what's causing this. It's quite silly. Like I said though, I think I'm gonna have to abandon the multi-stream efforts, which is whatever. But kind of stupid. It never even got off the ground. It's the hot weather. Avalanche is down 3.82% on the day, broke below 1756, potential 1597 in the cards, unless it gets back above 1756. There's buy pressure here. I don't know, man. It just kind of looks like a dead cat bounce. It might come all the way down to this 12 area. Wouldn't that be crazy? What is that even from? Download more RAM. Any more dedicated WAM. It might... Holy shit. Avalanche might come down to 12. That'd be crazy. I got spanked once on AVAX, never again. Dude, I held Avalanche at like 20 bucks for like 3 or 4 months last bull market. I was like, F this coin. And I sold it, and then it went up to like 45 or something. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, Avalanche. I was like, I hate Avalanche. So ever since then, I've never bought any for like a long-term hold. I've had a bag here and there, but it just irked me when that happened, you know? Leaves a bad taste in your mouth. The bias is real, for sure. Yeah, 1597, next target if she continues down. She breaks that, 12. 12 is in the cards. Chainlink is down 4.21% on the day. Purple trend line holding strong. If she breaks below that, we're looking for green. Maybe one of these. Look for 12, 11. I don't know. Oh, daily close contest, less than 1 minute and approaching. Hopefully my little scene transition works. 1 minute time frame, zoom in. Bitcoin currently trading at 103, 307, and 73 cents. And let's see if this works. Bam! I'm going to have to wait for the YouTube delay to see if it actually worked. Delicious. Delicious chai latte. Fahid said, anyone remember the 90s where you could buy software to increase RAM, LMAO? Tishu said, yes, that exactly, Fahid. It was a scam. It was not a scam. You remember Theo Joe? Dude, Theo Joe was one of my favorite YouTubers that did that. It was pretty good, dude. It was pretty good. Here we go. That looks better, I think. He would do the, like, how to increase or how to get Wi-Fi on your computer. Oh, daily close contest, by the way. He would do like the how to get free Wi-Fi, and then you'd be like wrapping tinfoil around like an antenna. It's so funny, dude. And I remember I discovered him by like watching one of those videos to like extend Wi-Fi range or something stupid like that. And I was sitting there with tinfoil and I'm watching him and I'm like, this doesn't work. And then I went through all of his videos and I was like, oh, this is satire. It was pretty funny though, dude. It was pretty funny. All of his videos. And then there was like a huge scandal. People were like, do you think you're misleading and the public? And he was like, it's a joke. It was so funny, dude. What a guy. What a guy. Giovanni said, yo, I'm on a cross-country road trip thus last week. Glad to finally catch a JJ stream. Nice. I'm assuming you meant this last week. It just clicked in my head. I was trying to figure out what you were saying. But yes, very cool. Tishu said, I watched Theo Joe. Damn, is YouTube a small world? I think it is. I think my favorite thing is when people run into each other in comments of like other streams. They're like, oh my, hey man, hey. And they like chum it up. And everyone else is like, what the fuck's going on? Make sure you guys get your guesses in for the daily close contest. I don't know if I said that already. I think I did. I think it's pretty obvious, actually. Tom Selleck's goat has moved up a rank. He is now tied with Waterfly, quickly making his way for that third place spot. Bitcoin is currently trading at 103, 272 and 37 cents. You guys got 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Anyone at all? There we go. We got Ryan S. coming in with a guess of 103, 104. Okay. Delicious. J Shear 2.0 coming with a guess in Discord. 103, 26969. Oops. Giovanni coming in with a guess of 103, 210, 69. 103,210, 69. Got it. Okay, we got 3 guesses so far. There is 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining. And Bitcoin's currently trading at 103, 283 and 68 cents. I think, so the little scene that I made, this transition for the daily close contest, the layout transition. We got Dremmer coming in with a guess. 103, 210, 201. 67. I think I'm going to have it play background music for the daily close contest. I think I know how to set that up as well. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 seconds remaining on the clock for the daily close contest entries. I think I have 16 gigs of RAM, which is small to today's standards, but whatever. I'm going to order more RAM as soon as I get on. If that doesn't fix the problem, I'm going to be upset. Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating. We got 4 entrants for the daily close contest. Starting with J Shear 2.0, 103, 26969. Nice, nice. Giovanni Fontes, 103, 210, 69. Nice. Dremmer, 103, 201, 67. And Ryan S, 103, 104, even. Very cool, very cool. Bitcoin currently trading at 103, 283, and 67 cents. Let's put our entrants on the board since there's not that many. 103, 26969. This is J Shear 2.0. 103, 210, 69. This is Giovanni Fontes. 103, 201, 67. We got Dremmer. And 103, 104, Ryan S. Cool, cool, cool. Bitcoin 103, 300 even. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Ah. What are we thinking? Are we thinking green weekend? Fahid said earlier everything seems too bearish, and I think I agree with that 100%. Tishu said I have a bunch of tabs open, 16 gigabyte, no problem. I think I don't think that that's so I think that Chrome consumes a lot of RAM, and then I think that the multi-streaming is probably what's causing the main issue, because I had 0 issues until I started multi-streaming, which was like a week ago. Started multi-streaming and suddenly I have a plethora of problems. So the software definitely either maybe it uses too much RAM, maybe it needs a better processor, for all I know. I have no clue. Right now it's showing my CPU is at 8%, which is nothing. I'm running 60 frames per second. We've been going for 41 minutes, so I think it's literally because of the multi-streaming software. Fahid said, what the hell? I missed it. Yes, you did, my friend. Yes, you did. Tishu said about a week ago. Yep. Give or take. Maybe, let me actually, I can confirm. Maybe I won't confirm on this computer. Let me confirm on a different PC. We got less than 3 minutes remaining. I want some pizza, man. Pizza sounds amazing. All right, so I started the multi-streaming thing. Can this go away? Oh, it was exactly a week ago. Exactly 1 week ago. All right, guys, we got 1 minute and 29 seconds remaining. Bitcoin currently trading at 103, 284, and 1 penny at this very moment. JShear 2.0 is still in the lead. Ryan said 16 bare minimum to run Chrome, really 8 gigs if you only use 1 tab. It's crazy because back in the day, if you had 2 gigabytes, you were a king, Windows XP era. We actually still use Windows 7 in our office. Dude, it's crazy how much RAM you can actually have now. It's pretty sick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. As of right now, J-Shear 2.0 is in the lead unless we get a God candle to the downside. A devil candle, if you will. Bitcoin 103, 289, and 77 cents. Looking good. We will see who, if J-Shear 2.0 takes it, he will move up from... He will move into fourth place by himself, above Mr. Robbers. Here we go. It's going to be a close one. 18 seconds remaining. Oh, it's getting spicy. 103, 277, and 1 penny. 10 seconds left. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the daily close for Bitcoin 103, 297.99. Congratulations, J-Shear 2.0, on your victory. With a guess of 103, 269.69. Very nice. Congratulations on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for J-Shear 2.0. What a game. Closest without going over. It was very, very close. Insta dumped as soon as the close happened. Congratulations, J-Shear 2.0. We got a pretty decent reversal candle on the 4-hour time frame as well, which was preceded by a bullish candle that got bought up pretty fast. Congratulations, J-Shear 2.0, on your victory. Woohoo! There should be confetti and stuff. I thought there was confetti. Here we go, here we go. Spam the bananas in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Alright, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let me add J-Shear 2.0 to the winners Google Doc. Congratulations, J-Shear 2.0, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 103, 269.69. Nice, nice. And an actual Bitcoin daily close of 103, 297.99 cents on June 20th, 2025. J-Shear 2.0's prize is a long cream cannoli. Congratulations, J-Shear 2.0, on your victory. Enjoy your cannoli. You can enjoy it with a friend. You can enjoy it on the go. You can enjoy it inside. You can enjoy it outside. You can enjoy it wherever you want. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. All right. Where were we? Oh boy. Okay. We were, I think we just done Avalanche. I think we were on Chainlink. We did Chainlink. We were heading to Doge. Doge looks very similar to Bitcoin. J-Shear 2.0 said, hey, LOL, I'll take it. Can I share it with you, JJ? Absolutely. I love a good cannoli. As an Italian man, I do believe that I am like ethnically obligated to never turn down a cannoli. So, absolutely. Doge is currently trading at 1621. It did break below 1681, which was my last-ditch effort support before it got a little too spicy and headed down to 12. That doesn't mean that it's going there. We did have a previous uptrend that kind of broke. Is there a new trend? Potentially. It'd be messy. I actually don't hate that, though. See, if we're going to go to these tips, though, I'm going to go to this tip. So I would look for, out of Doge, really bearish bearish scenario, 14.5. Mikey Odin said, JJ, do you invest in very small caps below 10 million? Absolutely. The entire Cardano ecosystem, I think, is below 10 million. That's not true, but most of them are. So yes, I do. I do not discriminate based on market cap. I think that's where the big money is. Viking Odin said, I don't know if you guys know, but CoinMarketCap is hacked, so be careful. Really? Like their Twitter account or just the entire site? Because that's crazy. It was from that freaking that data leak. They probably got CoinMarketCap@gmail.com. Yeah, Doge 1620, probably looking for 14.5. If it gets really bearish, it might chop for a little while and then touch and then continue. That could be a potential scenario. Keep an eye out for sure. The website? Really? Good thing we didn't go there today. That's crazy too, because they can potentially make anything that you click on drain your bags. Wow. That's actually insane. I never really thought about that. That's the perfect target. A crypto like index website. Crypto news. Like you can post scam links on Twitter all day. I don't really click links on Twitter. I just click on Twitter posts. But CoinMarketCap, I click on everything, man. Wow. Be careful, guys. Thanks for the PSA. Polygon is currently trading at 1825. We got support at 1787. If that breaks, then 1526 is my next support zone. We do have a, I suppose, it's really, really weak. So I'm going to make it a dotted line, but 1660 has a potential to be a reaction point, I suppose, which would be a midpoint between 1526 and 1787. So just keep an eye on it. If we bounce off of 1787 properly, then 1916 could be in the cards. JShu 2.0 said they can literally change the contract address. Ooh, whoa, dude, do you know how long that would probably take them to figure that out too? Wow. How many people don't really use it for like large caps though. But like all the popular meme coins, they could probably do some damage. That's crazy. NEAR is down 0.14% on the day since the close. Yesterday, though, equivalent of 5.2% red candles. Rejected at 221. An attempt to get back above 221. Probably heading towards $2. We do have the same candle setup as everything else, so we might be getting a reversal here, but we'll have to keep an eye out for that. The momentum wave is continuing down. RSI is trying to level out. Chili's down 0.15%. Chili's still holding that trend line. I think the problem is, though, it's just kind of like heading towards the yellow trend line. So it might literally just intercept it eventually. But we'll see. Chili's might be a good forever short. I feel bad saying that, but they kind of have no catalyst since FIFA partnered with Avalanche to make their own blockchain. So I don't know. Something to keep in mind. Silver is chilling at 35.97. I've been hearing rumors, which I've been hearing for like 20 years, that silver is going to skyrocket. But it actually seems to be performing based on those rumors, which is great. Good for them. Is it going to continue? Who knows? MicroStrategy closed red. I'm still looking for a decent size dip on MicroStrategy. I'm looking for 332 touch. Viking Odin said, simple, a small cap AI project that came into my radar. It's on Gecko term. Very interesting project, in my opinion. Micro cap, though. All right. What it is called? SMPL. Simple AI. Thank you for telling me about, these are my boots that I just got. These freaking $9 million Timberland Pros. They're going to be fucking amazing. These look pretty sick, though. See, normally I just get like a regular janky-ass boot. These were the only ones that looked decent, though. I had to get a mortgage to freaking buy them. I was like, jeez. And then the lady was like way too practical. I was like, do you guys do any kind of discounts or anything? Do you guys price match? She's like, only if it's at a physical store within 20 miles. And I was like, fuck, there's no fucking physical stores within 20 miles that have these damn boots. I checked them all. And then I was like, you guys can't offer any kind of discount or anything? She's like, no, we can't give you a discount just because it's cheaper online. And I was like, fuck, okay, shit. And then she made me feel stupid. So I fucking went back in the clothing section for a minute and I thought about it. I fucking sat there. I was like, oh. And then I went and I fucking paid for him. It was pretty funny. $1.9 million market cap. Dang. Ooh. This is pretty sick, actually. What's crazy is this is from, oh no, June. Okay, so this is new. Very, very new. Yeah. Ooh. This thing just launched June 5th. It's only 15 days old. According to GoPlus, the contract creator can make changes to the token contract, such as disabling sales, changing fees, minting, transferring tokens, etc. Exercise caution. Ooh. Okay. I guess be careful with that. I don't know how accurate that is for CoinGecko, but definitely useful information. It's on ETH. What's their Twitter look like? Twitter's a big selling point for me. Simple AI. I like the name. And the logo. The logo is pretty cool. They're doing AMAs. They have a buy-sell tax still. Oh, okay. Okay. 500 holders. I mean, it's pretty substantial, the growth that they've been able to achieve in that short period of time. That's impressive. Huh. I mean, they're doing this thing too so that people don't get scammed. I don't know. I kind of... That little tag is the only thing that makes me standoffish, but I'm sold on everything else. They seem to be really active on social media. I mean, if it goes to 100 million, that's just going to be insane. Current market cap 1.9. Yeah, 100 million is what, 50x? That's huge. DXY, choppy, boring. NASDAQ closed red, and S&P also closed red. Looking for this dip and then boring grind up. Bitcoin dominance 65.14. Looking for that touch of 66 with Bitcoin dominance. I'm glad we're finally getting some upside here. Feels like we've been lingering at 64 for ages. But 65 is a nice breath of fresh air. And Bitcoin 103, 183, 63. Congratulations, J Shear 2.0, once again on your victory. Like Yoden said, wouldn't be bad throwing like $100 to it, right? Yeah, I might do it. I'll think about it for sure. J Shear. I could go for a cannoli right now, dude. That sounds so good. All right, we got some news articles. Bitcoin is in the range for final. Bitcoin is in the range for a final move to a cycle peak 124 to 140K. This is from Mickey Bull Crypto. I don't mind it. The white chart has me a little standoffish, so whoever doesn't use night mode or dark mode is like a sociopath. This is kind of funny to me. Ukrainian President Zelensky says he's ready to meet with Russian President Putin. I think it's a little too late for that, buddy. But we'll see if anything good comes of it. FBI increases domestic surveillance amid fears of Hezbollah sleeper cells operating in the United States. JJ, you watch UFC? I do not. I have watched it before. Not enough to like know anything about it though. I do enjoy it. I'm a big boxing guy. I like to watch it. Again though, I don't know the intricacies. It's just something I'll randomly throw on YouTube. Like old highlights and stuff. We got Cardano is in the beta version of Brave. Exciting stuff. The blow off top for altcoins is still loading. We are at the bottom of the range. I like it. I actually really like that. That's sick. Exciting stuff. Brace for heightened market volatility today. $6.8 trillion worth of options on stock indexes, ETFs, equity index futures, and individual stocks are set to expire during today's trading session. The biggest triple witching OpEx on record. Today's trading hours are over, so. Riza HVH said, thoughts on gold pullback? You think it's a trend reversal, liquidity grab, or healthy pullback? Let's actually go take a look. So I just type in gold. I don't know if I've ever actually looked at gold. So it went from 35 to 33. It seems like a healthy pullback to me so far. Yeah. When you zoom out, especially on the 4 hour, this is still a solid uptrend. There's really nothing. But again, uptrends eventually do break down. So you do got to take that into consideration. You got some trend lines that you can draw. I'm just going to try and draw everything that I see. Yeah, you're holding the latest, the most current trend is being held, which is awesome. This right here, you got this crazy curve on the RSI. As of right now, it's not doing that. It's just kind of doing spikes. RSI, especially on the 4 hour, beautiful. It's sitting right below 50. You got a green dot on the momentum wave. What if we traded gold? They should have gold futures on the exchanges, man. HQZ said, I think the point system in boxing is dumb. It's two guys fighting. They should go until there's a clear winner. Riza said, I've been doing a lot of research on gold and silver recently. Just heard you talk about silver, and I hear a lot about squeeze coming soon. I've been hearing a lot more about that as well, with silver specifically. Gold is doing great. I think gold's always done great historically. It's like a nice long-term safe bet. But silver's been very flat. Gold futures on Coinbase, nice. Coinbase, jeez. Oh, what a typo. Yeah, there's nothing screaming bearish to me about this. I see you get like the flattish uptrend, the nice spikes, and then the flat side. Flattish uptrend, nice spikes, and then the flat side. You're kind of in the flat side right now, so I would not be surprised if you got maybe a little dipperoonie and then a nice calm uptrend again, which is pretty much exactly what happened back here. Your little dip, and then your calm uptrend. It's probably going to be bigger this time around because it's a much bigger number. It's got the same like spike. The middle part's not a spike on this go around, but right here it's kind of got the same spirit, I would call it. Silver's been consolidating for a long time now. It's about time it goes parabolic. Yeah. What is it? I don't know if it's silver. I think I heard that copper is needed for solar. I don't know. Maybe I'm making stuff up. I might be trying to create my own bullish narrative on precious metals that I know little to nothing about. Riza said, we are so close to all-time high in gold. Apparently, it's expected to be around 37 to 38 end of the year. Nice. I could see that. Is this the current all-time high right here? That's 35-ish. 34. No, it is 35. Exactly. 35 and 12 cents. Wow. Silver for solar. Okay. But also platinum has been bullish. But I haven't done research on that. I just know platinum people have been shilling for the past couple days. Interesting. I've definitely bought local tops on silver before. That's definitely a recurring thing that I do. Okay, next article. This is a cool Ford to test Cardano-based tech for legal storage. Ford joins Iagon and Cloud Court to test Cardano for secure legal data storage. Pretty cool. Update: over 100 companies now collectively hold more than 830,000 Bitcoin. This is huge, huge news. Very cool. President Trump met with Pakistan officials to discuss Bitcoin and crypto. Country FOMO is here. Love it. Latest Skybridge's Anthony Scaramucci says he believes Sol will flip ETH by market cap this year. Do you think we'll see a Solana summer? That would be crazy. This dude kind of looks like a cartoon character. Is that rude? Is that a rude thing to say? I feel like it might be a little bit rude. 51% of Gen Z job seekers believe their degrees were a waste of money, per Indeed. As a millennial, I also agree. Bodega. This is another Cardano project, in case you guys were curious. #1 prediction market on CoinGecko. Over the past 30 days, Bodega has been the top performing prediction market across all chains and currently ranks 6th in terms of market cap. We're getting there. That's pretty sick. I'm excited about that. I really like Bodega. President Trump threatens to fire Fed Chair Jerome Powell, calling him a dumb guy and a Trump hater. I don't know why the Fed board doesn't override this total and complete moron. Maybe I'll have to change my mind about firing him. I'm actually getting to the point where I agree with Trump on this. Before I thought it was a little silly that he was trying to strong arm him, but I've come around and I see the light. Every single country has reduced the crap out of their interest rates, and Jerome Powell was like, "We're fine." He's trying to be reactive, or I'm sorry, he's trying to be proactive. I don't know what he's trying. He's just being weird. He's like, "We're not sure how this is gonna play out." Like, you're not supposed to be talking about any of that. Do what's due right now. But they have their goal and whatever. I don't know. He's got plausible deniability coming out his ass, so screw him. I'm not a fan of rich people that fuck with my bags. Bloomberg raises approval odds for spot XRP, Dogecoin, and Cardano ETFs to 90%, which might be why the price is getting suppressed. I'm just saying. Coinbase CEO says the world needs crypto now more than ever. Debt is growing exponentially. Inflation is crippling entire nations. Economic freedom is declining. It's time to increase economic freedom globally with crypto. Very cool. Coinbase obtains regulatory license to offer crypto services across Europe. Hell yeah. Reza said, "Fire Powell, in my opinion. We need lower interest rates, bro. The prices got the middle class struggling right now. For real. I feel it, man. Interest rates are effed. And the housing market's getting effed up because of how fucked interest rates are. So he's affecting a lot of industries right now. Yeah, Coinbase Europe, awesome. Federal Reserve's Christopher Waller says could cut rates as early as July meeting. That's what we like to hear. 4.1 trillion? Is that what that is? Or billion. 4.1 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum options expire today. That's a lot of money. Just in, President Trump says fire Jerome Powell is costing our country hundreds of billions of dollars. He is truly one of the dumbest and most destructive people in government, and the Fed board is complicit. I agree. Reza said Gen Z can buy a house when they turn 40 and get a 50-year mortgage. Dude, I would take a 40-year mortgage right now, and I'm a fucking millennial. I just want a damn house. I'm not trying to pay an extra fucking $300 a month though, because interest rates are fucked because of this fucking chode. Colin talks crypto. This is the M2 money supply guy. He said it looks increasingly like Bitcoin will see a retest of at least 100,800 as the first major level of support. I see this as Bitcoin drops out of the pennant white lines for a second time. The next major level below that are 97.6 and 92.8. If these levels are reached, I see them being quickly rebounded from. This is all possible within the confines of the right shoulder of the larger inverse head and shoulders. See quoted post below for reference, and can actually make the right shoulder more complete, comparable in size with the left shoulder, which we've looked at recently. Yep. And then we got stock money lizards, herd mentality. This one's awesome. Herd mentality. Bitcoin is going down due to World War III. Remember when Kramer called a black swan event and stocks closed green? Or when inflation was high, macro was bad? Loved these comments, and Bitcoin surged from 15K to 100K, or when everyone said Trump is going to send everything way higher. I think it's time to accept that the masses will be wrong another time. Bitcoin can dip, sure. 105K, 102K, 97K, 94K. We will be much higher 3 months from now. Personal opinion, not financial advice. I love it. Kraken is relocating its U.S. headquarters to Wyoming, embracing the state's crypto-friendly regulations and low tax environment. Honestly, probably the best thing Wyoming could have done for themselves is be super duper crypto friendly, because they kind of have nothing else going for them. They got a huge like tourist situation, but that's kind of about it. And it can't be that great. I've been there. I enjoyed it. It was kind of burnt down when I went there from forest fires, but it's beautiful. I don't know if I would go there on a regular basis, probably because I live in Michigan. If I live closer, maybe. But now they got crypto too. That's huge for them. Bloomberg analysts have raised the odds of spot ETF approval to over 90% for Litecoin, Sol, XRP, Doge, ADA, DOT, HBAR, and Avalanche. Hell yeah. Cointelegraph, the S&P 500 is just 2.8% below its all-time high, even as U.S. debt continues to surge. Crazy. She said Bitcoin below 100K soon. That might happen. Might happen. And then last but not least, we got Bitcoin sentiment is at its lowest point in months. But rising whale accumulation and retail panic suggest a potential bullish reversal ahead. Very cool. And last but not least, let's do a checkup on Bitcoin really quick. Congratulations, Jay Shear 2.0, once again on your victory. Bitcoin currently trading at 103,240 and 85 cents. Chilling. We are chilling today, guys. I think we might see a green weekend, honestly. I think that might actually happen. Exciting stuff. All right, update of our portfolios. Our 1K to 10K Gronk portfolio is down $217. Not great. Not doing that great, honestly. Currently being held up by Property Fetch, Sol, Render, and ADA, being dragged down by Ondo, Shib, Aptos, Near, and Doge. Next, we got our Memecoin portfolio. Is down $189. Not doing that bad. SNEK still the worst performer. Hopefully that changes. I would love to see SNEK at the top of the list eventually. Maybe I'm a blind cultist. It is what it is. And the narrative portfolio still in profit, $35.21, looking good. Yeah, we only got 2 that are negative on this guy. This portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 real world asset coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, and 1 gaming coin. And it is the best performer that we've had, the most consistent best performer out of all 3 of our portfolios so far. We only got 2 of them that are in the negative. VeChain is down $24 and Mana is down $11. Fetch is in profit $10, Tao's in profit $17, and Pepe, carrying the entire portfolio, is in profit $41. I do think that part of this portfolio's performance being so great is when we DCA'd, it was a big spike down on Bitcoin. And everything was, I don't even remember when it was. It might have been here. It was one of these where we created that portfolio. And then everything just improved from there. It's been in profit ever since. Now, the fact that the other 2 were probably made like right around here-ish, and Bitcoin's higher, but alts are lower than that, is kind of crazy. Goes to show Bitcoin dominance kind of in real time, which is very interesting. Oops, I think I moved something I wasn't supposed to. There we go. So we have a decent sized liquidation point at 103,874. Other than that, market's pretty quiet. Starting to turn green, which means nothing to me until we actually have some like solidified green price action. We will see what happens. I'm probably going to call it from here, guys. 8:30. Go have some dinner. Chill out. Hopefully I got to come back on because Bitcoin's skyrocketing, man. any crazy news happens. If we start to dump real hard, I'll probably jump on too. Happy Friday though, guys. Friday's DCA day, so if you're dollar cost averaging weekly, make sure you get your DCAs in. Not financial advice, of course. As always, Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Friday and good night.